The broadcast began without warning. Across the galaxy, every public channel went dark for 1 second. Then a new signal took control. It was clean, strong, impossible to block. An alien symbol appeared on trillions of screens. The Carthuan Empire had started a live transmission. Their leader stood tall before the camera. His voice was calm, proud, and cruel. "Today," he said, "we show the galaxy what happens to those who resist us." The screen changed. Images of Earth appeared. Burning cities. Broken towers. Oceans filled with debris. Human ships falling from the sky like dying stars. Then the number appeared: 0.1000000. DAD. The alien leader smiled. "These humans believe they mattered," he said. "They believe their lives had value." The broadcast zoomed in on human faces: fear, pain, silence. "This is not war," the alien continued. "This is a message." Across the galaxy, people watched in horror. Some turned away. Others could not move. 10 million humans killed and shown to everyone. On Earth, there was no scream. No reply. Human cities were quiet. Emergency lights glowed. Medical ships moved through the ruins. Survivors helped survivors. The dead were counted, not shouted about. In underground command centers, human leaders watched the same broadcast. No one spoke. A general finally broke the silence. "They wanted fear," he said. Another officer nodded. "Some wanted a reaction." Earth gave them nothing. The Carthuan Empire continued the broadcast for hours. They mocked human weakness. They laughed at human tears. They repeated the number again and again. 10 million. Galaxy. News channels replayed it nonstop. Many races believed this was the end of humanity. Humans were emotional. Humans were divided. Humans would fall apart, but Earth stayed silent. No threats. No speeches. No begging. That silence confused the Carthuan. 3 days later, the alien empire broadcast again. "Where is your anger, Earth?" The leader asked. "Where is your response?" Still nothing. But far from the cameras, something was changing. Deep in space, old human stations woke up. Stations the galaxy did not know existed. Codes older than most empires were unlocked. Human ships moved not in fleets, but alone, quiet, invisible, on Earth. A single phrase appeared on restricted military screens. Protocol black memory, STTIV. Celebration followed. No cheers. Just work. Human scientists looked at the death list scrolling past her screen. Names, faces, families. "They think this will break us," she said quietly. A commander answered. "They do not understand us." The Carthuan Empire made one last mistake. They sent the broadcast directly to Earth's open civilian networks. Children saw it. Families saw it. The dead were shown again. This time, Earth responded. Not with words. With silence, so deep it felt heavy. Galactic sensors then noticed something strange. Human space went dark. No signals. No traffic. No noise. Earth had vanished from the map. Panic spread among analysts. Where did the humans go? One asked. Another whispered, "They did not go anywhere. They are coming." In a hidden chamber on Earth, a final command was given. "Judgment confirmed," a human voice said. Across the stars, ancient human fleets finished waking up. The broadcast was still. Playing. The galaxy was still. Watching, and no one realized the truth yet. The Carthuan Empire had not just killed 10 million humans. They had just shown the entire galaxy why you never turn human death into entertainment. The galaxy waited for Earth to break. News channels stayed focused on one thing: human silence. No reply, no threat, no anger, just nothing. For many races, that silence was proof of defeat. They lost too much, some said. Humans cannot recover from this. The Carthuan Empire believed the same. Their leader appeared again on public channels, relaxed and smiling. Earth is quiet, he said. This is what fear looks like. His words were met with applause across Carthuan worlds, but far away. Near the edge of human space, alien scouts noticed strange patterns. Human trade lanes were empty. No civilian ships. No military patrols, just darkness. This is unusual, one scout reported. Even broken species still move. Carthuan command ignored the warning. On Earth, cities were still burning, but order had returned. Emergency teams worked in silence. There were no protests, no riots, no chaos. Only focus. In a deep command vault beneath the planet, human leaders stood around an old table. The room was built long before humanity reached the stars. A general spoke quietly. They turned our dead into a show. A woman in a dark uniform replied. That was their mistake. A screen lit up, showing dozens of hidden human installations across space. Many were marked decommissioned in public records. They were not. Protocol black memory is spreading, an officer said. All fleets will be ready soon. No one smiled. This was not revenge. It was procedure. Meanwhile, the Carthuan Empire grew bored. Their victory felt empty without a response. So they pushed further. They sent small attack groups toward the edges of human territory. The ships never returned. No wreckage. No signals. Just gone. Carthuan commanders blamed navigation errors. But then it happened again and again. Whole patrols vanished. Galactic observers began to worry. Human space is eating ships, one analyst said. The Carthuan leader laughed. Ghost stories, he said. Humans are finished. Then a message appeared across secure military channels in the galaxy. Not public, not loud. Just 3 words. Earth is active. No one knew who sent it. Near the Carthuan border, space spent, human ships appeared without warning. They were not large fleets. They did not shine. They looked old, scarred, and dangerous. Carthuan. Sensors failed to lock on them. Weapons did not fire. The human ships passed through the border like shadows. Still, Earth did not speak. Inside a human flagship, a commander watched the stars. Do we announce ourselves? An officer asked. The commander shook his head. They already heard us, he said. Deep inside the Carthuan Empire, communication hubs began to go offline. One at a time. Clean cuts. No explosions. Power grids failed on outer colonies. Defense. Stations went dark. The Carthuan thought it was a system. Error. It was not. Earth was not silent because it was afraid. Earth was silent because it was choosing targets. As the galaxy watched, confused and uneasy, a final signal reached the Carthuan High Palace. It was not a threat. It was a statement. Judgment has begun. The Carthuan leader stared at the message, his smile fading. For the first time since the broadcast, he felt it. Fear. The Carthuan Empire did not panic at first. They told themselves the failures were accidents. Power loss. System errors. Old stations finally breaking down. But the pattern was clear. Every failure was precise. Every loss was silent. Inside the Carthuan High Palace, commanders argued over broken screens and fading maps. Entire sectors had gone dark. Communication relays vanished without explosions. Fleets sent to investigate never returned. The Carthuan leader slammed his claws on the command table. Find the humans, he ordered. I want proof they still exist. The answer came sooner than expected. In the middle of a guarded Carthuan system, space folded. Human ships appeared. Not hundreds. Not thousands. Just enough. They did not fire, they did not speak, they simply waited. Carthuan fleets rushed to intercept them. Weapons charged. Target locks failed again and again. How are they doing this? A commander shouted. Then the humans spoke. Message was short and sent on every military channel at once. This is not war. This is judgment. The human ships moved. Carthuan defense platforms shut down before firing a single shot. Their power was drained, redirected, and erased. Human vessels passed through the system, untouched. Behind them, Carthuan military infrastructure collapsed. Shipyards went dark. Weapon factories stopped. Command centers lost control. Civilians were not touched. Hospitals stayed powered. Food systems remained online. This was not destruction. It was removal. Across the galaxy, observers began to understand. Humans were not angry. They were careful. The Carthuan tried to fight back. They launched their largest fleet toward human ships. Thousands of vessels moved together, filling space with weapons fire. The humans did not retreat. They divided. Each human ship faced dozens of enemies. And still they advanced. Human weapons struck engines, not hulls. Navigation systems failed. Fleets drifted helplessly. UN commanders screamed orders no one could follow. Within minutes, the fleet was finished. Alive. But powerless. The Carthuan leader demanded a channel. His face appeared. No longer proud. You killed 10 million, he said. Was this not enough? The human reply was calm. You killed them twice, the voice said. Once with weapons. Once with your broadcast. The Carthuan leader tried to justify it. It was a message, he said. To keep order. The human voice did not change. You turned death into entertainment. Silence followed. Then the human sent something else. Not a threat. A record. A list of every Carthuan military world. Every fleet. Every command node. The list ended with one line. Only these will be erased. The Carthuan realized the truth too late. Humans had already decided. As human fleets moved deeper into the Empire. Ancient human war protocols activated. Systems built not to conquer, but to end threats forever. Across the stars. Carthuan military power collapsed. And the galaxy watched in. Fear. Not because humans were cruel, but because they were controlled. They did not shout. They did not boast. They judged. And judgment had no appeal. The Carthuan Empire believed they still had a chance. They rallied every fleet, every weapon, every station. Thousands of ships filled the skies above their home world. Cannons glowed. Missiles charged. Energy shields flared. But it was already too late. Human fleets had already crossed the border. Not large in number, but precise. They moved like shadows, striking at command centers first, then factories, then weapon stockpiles. Every move was calculated. Every attack surgical. The Carthuan leader shouted orders. His fleet responded with everything they had. Fire lit up the void. Space trembled with the power of thousands of weapons, and still, it was not enough. Human ships avoided destruction with perfect timing. Shields adjusted instantly. Energy flows redirected enemy fire into empty space. Where missiles hit, human devices redirected them, disabling multiple ships at once. There was no panic, no chaos. Only perfect efficiency. Union observers, distant allies, and neutral races watched in disbelief. They had never seen a species operate like this. Every strike the humans made destroyed only what needed to be destroyed. Civilian worlds, hospitals, and food stations were untouched. The humans were not cruel, they were precise. Carthuan fleets faltered. Command nodes went offline. Supply lines were destroyed. The Empire's communication network collapsed. one system at a time. Their most powerful weapons failed to respond. Panic replaced confidence. The Carthuan leader finally demanded a channel. He appeared on every human sensor at once. "You, how dare you?" he began. The reply came. Calm, direct, ice cold, human. "You turn death into entertainment. You broadcast 10 million of our people being killed. Judgment is now complete." The words were not a threat. They were final. Every Carthuan command world experienced the same fate. Their fleets disabled. Their engines dead. Their weapons useless. Their colonies stripped of power. Their leaders left helpless. Across the galaxy, every observer felt the same fear. They understood now humans did not act out of anger. They acted out of control. Cold, measured, unstoppable control. Entire sectors fell in silence. Ships drifted without orders. Stations powered down. Commanders screamed, but no system responded. Humanity had erased the Empire's ability to fight, not for revenge, but for finality. One Carthuan fleet attempted to escape. The humans followed. Within minutes, the ships were paralyzed, left adrift in space. Their homeworld's capital city trembled as orbiting human vessels quietly disabled their orbital defenses. The planet remained intact, yet the Empire was broken beyond repair. The Carthuan leader fell to his knees, powerless. He had broadcast death to frighten the galaxy. He had thought fear would work. Instead, it had summoned judgment. A final human message appeared across every channel in the galaxy. Only those who turn death into entertainment deserve to be erased. The rest may remember this lesson. No celebrations followed. Human ships began to withdraw, leaving behind a destroyed empire, but no unnecessary death. Civilian lives were spared. Systems that could be rebuilt were left intact. The galaxy watched, silent and awestruck. The empire was gone. Their fleets destroyed. Their power erased. Not by overwhelming numbers, not by chaos, but by the cold, precise, unstoppable strategy of humanity. And across the stars, the galaxy understood something terrifying and undeniable. Humans were not weak. Humans did not fight out of pride. Humans judged, and when they judged, entire empires could vanish. The Carthuan Empire was gone. Not a single fleet remained. Not a single command station functioned. Entire colonies drifted in silence. The galaxy had never seen such a swift, precise, and complete collapse. And yet, Earth did not celebrate. Human ships floated above their planet in quiet formation. They did not cheer. They did not broadcast victory. They repaired their own vessels and helped what remained of nearby civilizations. Hospitals, transport stations, and food systems were untouched. Humanity's judgment had been final but measured. Admiral Leora stood on the bridge of the flagship Resolute. She watched the stars empty from the void left by the destroyed empire. Her crew worked in silence, calm and efficient. One of her officers finally spoke. "Sir, the galaxy will remember this. They will fear us." Admiral Leora shook her head. "They will remember," she said quietly. "And they should. But fear is not the point. Control is. Precision is. Judgment is." Across the galaxy, observers recorded every detail. Civilizations whispered of the humans who had erased an entire empire, yet spared lives. Scholars, generals, and diplomats alike began to understand. This was not recklessness. This was mastery. Earth finally made a broadcast, not to taunt, not to boast, but to instruct. "Human lives are not symbols," the voice said. "Human death is not a show. Those who make it so must face judgment." Let this be a lesson to the galaxy. From the smallest moons to the largest star stations, every signal carried the same message. The broadcast was brief, clear, cold. No threats, no boasts, only truth. The galaxy listened. And it understood. The lesson was simple. Underestimate humans at your own peril. Use their suffering for spectacle, and you may vanish. Kill millions, and you may meet judgment. Treat their deaths as entertainment, and humanity will answer in ways no one could predict. In the following months, new policies spread across star systems. Alliances began to respect Earth's borders. Rulers and military leaders marked human space clearly on star charts. Warnings were sent. Do not provoke. Do not mock. Do not underestimate. Do not test. Humanity, meanwhile, returned to life as usual. On Earth, cities rebuilt quietly. Children played. Scientists studied. Leaders strategized, but there were no parades. No awards, no glory. Victory had a name, restraint. And somewhere, Admiral Leora looked at the stars one last time. They asked for a message, she said. We gave them one they will never forget. The galaxy had witnessed the power of humanity. They had seen what it meant when a species could endure loss, plan with precision, and execute judgment without emotion. Humans did not fight for pride. Humans did not fight for conquest. Humans fought for survival, and when survival demanded it. Humanity decided the fate of everyone, and the galaxy would never forget. For the humans of Earth were no longer just survivors. They were judges, they were rulers, and they were unstoppable.